Hey guys, and welcome to this week's episode of the Simply Heaven podcast. Today, we're actually going to be talking about Simply Heaven. We're going to talk about, with our experience through our faith in Christianity, how simple the Bible outlays what it takes to actually get into heaven. So, stay tuned and enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, this is actually our first episode. Is this our first true episode?
This is our first on-topic episode.
Yeah, the bios are done. I ruined it for you guys with the long-winded nature of that. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
leave it to the producer to make a mess of everything. Right?
So the producer said, "I'm not one to talk a lot about myself."
That's true. He did say that. He started with
Hey, whoa. I said I'm not the one to be talking about myself without prompting. Is what I said. I did clarify and say without prompting. But
It was excellent, and I was just like, "All right, he's going. Okay, let's see what happens." So yes, and as we talk about being, simply heaven and how simple it is to get into heaven, I want to make sure people understand.
Yeah.
While it's simple, and we can talk about that, it's not easy.
It's not.
There's a difference.
It's a journey.
That's right. Because just like all the people who took up their cross and walked with Jesus, it was not an easy road.
Well, you think about all 12 disciples.
Yes.
Name one of them that went on to live in the laps of luxury.
Yeah.
after
No,
Jesus passed.
they all pretty much got wrecked.
Yeah.
Martyr.
Martyr's a good one.
Yes, but yeah, they got chased, and I still love the story of Paul, and we're probably getting ahead of ourselves. Saul,
Yes.
because he was among the people who was
who
martyring the
Crucified
apostles.
Christians.
Yeah, he was fighting and killing Christians, and he ended up helping it get done.
Right.
And he ended up writing 50% of the New Testament.
Yeah,
Somewhere in there.
We'll go in there. We'll go
Is
in
it?
there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll go in there.
And but he's a guy who had the road to what's that?
Road to Damascus.
Yes.
The road to Damascus moment.
He's nailing it today.
Yeah, because that's a moment. That is the moment that we all kind of discussed where we met God and everything changed. And Paul became Paul. Saul was that guy.
Yeah.
And he met Jesus and everything changed. But the road.
Well, that's how it is for all of us.
Yes, that's
I
it.
mean, Jesus, even if you accept or not accept, your life has changed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because now you know the truth.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
What's the truth?
Well, Jesus is the truth.
But why?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Oh, man. Why?
I mean, what is the truth because one of the things is...
Why? Because of secular or worldly or...
No.
Or because of just people with faith?
What I'm saying is when I was talked about it before, when I was growing up, there was no such thing as grace. There was no love. It was all avoiding hell. And
I think you're doing a good job of that.
well, thanks to Jesus, because I definitely wasn't before. But that's pretty much all it was. But then there's this thing called the gospel, which translates to the good news.
Right.
But I didn't hear any good news. So what's the good news?
Well, the good news is Jesus is alive.
All right.
Right? He was resurrected from the dead and saved us from our journeys to hell.
Yeah.
And to me, biblically, it's all a blueprint for how we should live. And there's nobody in the Bible other than Jesus who is perfect.
That's true.
All the stories are just people that
and then there
messed up.
You want to know what's really funny though? I'm going to challenge that thought. We're going into it.
No.
Because there was actually, and there's commentary on this too. There's actually only one other story in the whole Bible, one character that's talked about. I hate using the word character, but one person that's mentioned in the Bible that no faults were actually talked about in his whole entire time.
Isn't there two? It's either Job or Lot or both.
Nope, Job had fault. Job challenged God.
Okay.
All right.
Joseph. There is not one part in that whole story of Joseph where he is challenging God, or
But
where
he's
it's
not perfect, though.
But right. But it's not mentioned in the Bible though.
That he's sinless.
He's
not.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Jesus
Bible-
is the only one who's called
So,
sinless.
Yeah, there you go.
That's just a fun nugget for the day.
Yeah. But what about Lot? Was that his name? Yeah.
Yeah, Lot has some sin.
What are you talking about?
No, am I talking about the right guy? Help me.
Lot slept with his daughters. Well, his daughters drugged him up and slept with
All right, I'm just saying.
Right? Like, hit the button there. Right, that's the story of Lot, though. Yeah, because Lot didn't want to. Lot chose to live as close to Sodom and Gomorrah as possible, because he didn't want to remove himself from that lifestyle, which is what also ultimately led to the fall of his daughters because of growing up in that paganistic lifestyle.
Right.
Thinking that the only option that they had in that time to repopulate this new earth that they had, because they felt like everything was destroyed, was to end up sleeping and drugging.
Right.
Yeah.
But who? Who? That was Sodom and Gomorrah. So the person, when they said, God said, I'm going to destroy this whole city unless there is even one that is redeemable. But I guess you're right. He wasn't. Of course you are, because y'all know the Old Testament far better than I do. But
well, we can Google it too. I mean, it's
I'm sure someone will Google it and leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
but he said, okay, well, there's one, or what have you, and I thought that was Lot. It may not have been, but either way. But
are we doing the pass the mic thing now?
We have to.
Is it too?
Oh, it's getting too noisy?
It's too noisy.
Yeah.
All right. Am I rocking?
I don't know.
In the chair? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, producer had to hop in. It was just getting a little, look at that. Yeah.
These things happen, and you get it all here. Including a little bit of Old Testament.
It's you know what it is. It's the owner of the building. He's very cheap. He does not want to spend on the third mic.
I'm glad you brought up the third mic part, because that's where I was going right next. Is talking about that. But so
lunch though. I did buy lunch.
You know what? Yeah.
Well,
Steve,
I didn't want it to be old food.
He could wait 20 minutes.
That's like old DoorDash. Like, that's why I don't DoorDash. I was like,
really?
I don't mean to. I don't want.
See, I think DoorDash is a gift from God.
It might be, but I am a different kind of person.
So here's the real question for the pod: DoorDash, will it be in heaven? No.
Stay tuned.
Because we have wings, do we need Uber in heaven?
We have wings.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna.
Why are we becoming angels? See, let's dive into this. If we want to believe the Bible for what it is, right? We believe that true heaven on earth was the Garden of Eden, and God created Adam. God created Eve. Adam didn't have wings.
Nor did Eve. But I'm not going to go there, because we're not going to go there. But she had other attributes.
All right, 8 minutes for this one before it came off rails. Thank you, Steve. All right.
Where's your head? What are you talking about?
Yeah, come on now. So,
I mean, look how the kids wound up.
Good point. Yeah. Hey, if you're able, bad Bible joke. Yeah. Really bad Bible joke. Yeah, I can't let another one happen.
That was pushing it. That was all just pushing it.
Like I said, you get it all. You get it all here. But one thing that we
do you want me to hold it, or are you holding it?
Doc said I shouldn't lift anything heavy.
Sorry.
Woo!
You see, my first comment was going to be we could both hold it, but I was like, that's
This is bad.
So get back to
it. Forget it. Just
no. I mean,
we take a picture of this, so then they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No. Yes. Or we should just stop talking about it.
Yeah. Let's just move on. So I think a good segue into this really would be
impossible.
Yeah. Very impossible with the three of us. But what does heaven look like, or what is heaven in your own words?
I want to get there.
Okay. You want to back up?
I want to back up because we're calling it simply heaven, and how simple it is, and I don't think we ever said, how is it simple?
Right.
And it's something that I remember, because it's three simple things that Jesus said. You believe with your heart, confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and you will be saved.
Yes.
That is all. To be saved from your sins. Now, those things aren't easy, right? Because when you believe Jesus is Lord, you're saying you yourself are not. And that's not easy.
It's not easy, but I think from a Christian perspective, that's the easiest route compared to the way other people look at it. You know what I mean? They make it so complex.
Well, yeah, then
with works and this and that, and then you can dive into other religions.
But you see, the thing too is it's not even just like you can't even say that Christians specifically are different because there are so many.
I think there is,
but there's so many denominations that add in those steps.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, how did we skew ourselves from him on the cross, saying, "Today you'll be with me in paradise,"
and it is finished,
right? To that being so simple for that thief to get in, to where we are now. Which is so many different, just in Christian community.
Yes.
How many different Christian churches are there and denominations?
Yep. And because
that don't keep that simplicity.
That's exactly my point, and that's what I want to make sure that we hit that for those of you who are just listening to the first mostly on topic podcast.
Well, I think it was good that we gave a background.
Well, yes.
We can identify.
Right.
And I'm more of a Steve person.
You know, when this gets big enough, we should have a poll of like, who do you relate with the most?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, who are Steve people? Who are Greg people? Who are David people? Who are David people?
David people.
But you're right, and I remember when I was a new Christian, opening up the paper, and looked at all of the different church services that were available, and there was like 40 different, Presbyterian, West Presbyterian, this, that, Methodist, that. I'm like, okay, that's fine, and I can't put exactly. I don't want to knock them down. There was one Jesus though, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's one way in, right?
Yeah, that's. What
I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah,
and I don't want to get to the pearly gates and God's like, well, listen.
You remember those shoes you were wearing?
You remember the shoes you're wearing?
Yeah,
you were not allowed in.
You can't do that here.
We're James Brown's already up here with us. He got that covered.
Yeah, he's like, is he though?
It's James Brown. He's the Godfather of soul. Come on now.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. But let's put it. Yeah, but let's put it simply.
Okay.
Yep.
Did he confess with his mouth?
Yeah, James Brown was the hardest working man in Hollywood. Yes.
But did he confess with his mouth that Jesus is Lord?
Do we know? Do we know?
Do we know?
That's what I mean. I'm like, is he though? I mean, Samuel Jackson is now the hardest working man in Hollywood, in show business.
I'm sorry.
Yes, but did he? I'm not sure. Confess with his mouth. Did he make Jesus his Lord? I don't know.
So.
Believe in
James Brown.
Believe in your heart. Was that? Did I miss that one?
No. I missed it.
Okay.
I'm clarifying.
Yes.
I didn't want somebody to be listening and say, well, what if somebody can't talk? Well, it's believe in your heart, confess with your mouth, then you're saved.
There you go.
Well, and one thing I get pushback on from people that are non-believers is you get to hear a lot of they go, well, what if you never heard the word?
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Point him in the book of Romans. No, like legit.
Yes.
There is the I can't remember if it's Romans. Oh gosh, Romans 5 or 7, or at least in that range,
right?
Where Paul talks about like God reveals Himself to all people in all ways.
In all ways.
In everything that is created, God reveals Himself.
Let everything that has breath praise the Lord. The birds, the trees. Trees breathe.
Yes.
That's like, He is revealing Himself all the time if you're willing to take a closer look.
Yeah.
So
I agree. But
go ahead.
That's the thing. How did we get this far from just the simple truth to what is, to my mind, this truth, but it's so much more. And so much more complex.
Yeah, see, now that's a slippery slope because, as we said, we don't want to knock.
We're not trying.
I know, but
I think it needs to be pointed out, too. If you're looking for a new church, like, because I went church hopping when we first got married.
Mm-hmm.
Not being the believer that I am today, but being more...
searching, seeking, learning.
Yeah. Like, what is it when you look for a new church you have to hear that makes you go, oh, this is the right church? And does it have to be preached of salvation? To me, that's the most important thing, is the salvation message.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm good. Yes, no, I heard you. You just said the most important thing to you is the salvation. For me, the most important thing is the grace. What's it for you, David?
Oh, yeah.
You see, honestly, for me, it was, I relate to you a lot, Greg. It was, for me, when I grew up the Lutheran church, it was, I always felt like it didn't matter what day it was, that my salvation was never secure. Mm. And that was the biggest thing, is like, right. I felt like I had to keep earning my way to God.
Okay.
And that's the very Jewish, that's the very...
Are you 1% Jewish too?
Listen, there's Swiss, there's German background and heritage, maybe a little bit of Irish. I don't know. I don't think there's any Jew.
No, that's all right. We'll let it slide this time. No bacon for you.
But yeah, and I think that is a huge part of it, because it's not like works and doing good things and visiting widows and orphans and going to, prisons and feeding people. That is all part of it, but that isn't, your salvation isn't based on intact.
That. You're not getting in or not getting out.
Right. So, but like James says, your salvation without that is useless.
Yeah.
So you can be saved, if you are not, if you're not really showing the love of Christ that has been poured out on you, then you're not doing what he's asked. Which means,
what's that? What's the verse? By the fruits you will know them.
Yes. I was trying to identify false teachers or false prophets.
Yeah.
You'll know them by their fruits. If they're out there talking about stuff.
Well, I think it goes with anybody.
Well, exactly. It definitely does, because that's when you realize you're not. And when you say, what do you need to hear at the church? I want to hear the distilled message of grace. Yes, because I was brought up with the law. I was beat over the head with law, and I just I don't need any more rules because you're talking to the wrong one. I'm not a big rule follower.
Okay.
But I am a follower. But you show me. People say no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care.
Right.
Once I knew how much Jesus cared, now I want to know everything about what you said, what you did, and what do you want me to do?
Right. It piques your curiosity.
Yeah, and
makes you want to dive in more.
Right. And I think that's the part. Yes, all those works, all of those things that we do are not to get into heaven. They are to show who our Lord is. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite things that I heard is, Christianity isn't working your way into heaven or working for salvation. You work from salvation.
Amen. I like that. Yeah. And that's why I will say my favorite book of the Bible is Acts.
Because I knew that.
Yeah. Because that's when you see a bunch of fishermen who thought they were following the next king of Israel.
Right.
And then
they just keep getting it.
Yeah. They keep missing the point. And Jesus is even like, there is a line in the Bible where he goes, how long do I have to be with y'all? Seriously, it's like that. On. But he knew that's what he had to do, because that's what his father told him he had to do. But in Acts, you see them get it. Literally get it. The Holy Spirit. And from that point forward, like an army of 11, 12 eventually, but an army of, they were told 11 people, go out into the world and tell them about me.
Right. Well,
it's 11 of us, man.
2,000 years later.
Yeah.
We're still talking about it.
We are.
That's right.
And you think about the disciples again. I mean, say you were with Jesus, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll just say, for argument's sake, he dies on the cross and dies, but doesn't come back. Mm-hmm. Are you going out preaching that?
Yeah. Right.
You are? You're not going to preach
No, I agree with you. No, you're like, if he was gone, he's gone. You're not going to say, well,
and that's why the discipleship is so big, because there's 12 of them, and they all go out and preach. Some of them get hung, crucified, upside down.
Stoned.
Yeah,
it wasn't pretty.
No.
The craziest one that I've ever heard was, I can't remember who it was, but was literally skinned alive.
Right. And you wouldn't do that for a lie.
that's why it hits me so hard, is because they are the example of the extent to which you can follow Jesus.
Right.
Like, all the way.
Well, and I think even, I always look at it this way with the 12 disciples, they all have their own personalities, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they represent all of us in our own way. Because sometimes we are doubting.
That's right.
Yeah, we're Thomas.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then, I'm sorry, was it Peter that denied?
Yep, Peter denied.
There's times where, we've denied.
Hold on. Here's what's funny, though. Because it wasn't just Peter that denied. All 11 of them denied. It was just that Peter gets called out for it because he verbally denied it.
Yes.
But none of them...
That's true.
None of them stood up.
None of them stood up. And
that's right.
They all went into hiding after that because they were all afraid of what was to come. You know,
they did not want to be associated with him because they said, "Well, this is trouble," and Peter, I think, gets called out because not only was
he talks smack.
Well, yeah, he talks smack, but
Peter
also
was a dog. Peter was a dog.
He was just like, "Yeah, I got you."
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "I got you. I'll do everything."
Yo, guys, I'm the rock that he's going to build this church.
There you
on?
go.
Right.
That is also us, right?
It is.
I am the best Christian you will ever see.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the best follower. Oh, wait, Jesus who?
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. I think that's why I think the 12 disciples represent us.
Yes,
we all have a little bit of that in us, and that's why I think he chose those particular 12.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, their faith in the Lord and their love from Him said, "Oh man,
it changed.
Right,
it changed everything, especially when the Spirit. I mean, they were there 50 days at Pentecost, 50 days after his crucifixion, after the crucifixion or resurrection. I don't know what the 50 days counts from.
That's
Sorry,
okay. That's okay.
But
post in the comments.
Yes, you could help us out there. Yeah. But they were there to preach to the people,
right?
And that's when
they were sent.
Yes, and they went.
Yeah.
Out of love for Jesus, and then the Spirit.
Because something came over them. They got full of the Holy Spirit, and it's something I think they came over them. Yeah. It was like, we cannot... Because, we all have that Hollywood vision of what hell is. Oh, hell'll be fun. We're going to party. We're going to be kicking it. And that's not what it is.
No. Breaks over back on your heads.
Yeah, right.
you ever hear that joke? You can look that one up.
No, tell us now.
Oh gosh,
come on.
Okay, it's kind of gross.
Forget it.
It's kind of gross.
All right,
that's what I'm saying. Google it.
One thing that I think is going to be a very good topic to talk about at some point too is because we were talking about how we can all relate to the disciples. Mm. You, Steve, specifically only brought up the 11, and that's most people. Most people forget about. Well, not forget about, but they exclude Judas.
Right.
But guess what?
He was there.
But hold on. How often do we actually relate more to Judas than the other 11?
That's a
because I'll be the first one to say this. Like, and you guys just heard my story. After I was saved, I was the first one to sell Jesus away for a nice looking woman.
Right, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I gave up my faith walk and my belief in Jesus,
right?
Because I didn't want him to touch that one area, and Judas's was money.
Right.
Yeah. That is deep. And that's just it. Like you said, we can all relate to someone,
right.
To someone there. Yes, and we look at Judas as the bad guy. Yeah, he's the bad guy because he didn't go out preaching the word. He didn't get his butt kicked, thrown in jail, and go back out and preach again. You know what I mean? He didn't do all that, but he was
the only
there.
one called friend. You can look it up. Jesus called friend.
Is that right? Okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then Jesus kind of called him out at that Last Supper.
Yeah, and he said, "Go."
Yeah.
You can go.
But you're right, yes, I say that because in Acts, Judas wasn't one of the people going out and getting his ass whooped.
Well, because then Judas
he was dead.
He was dead. Yes, he was dead. But you know what?
It was here today.
But it was
dead.
Instead we have Paul. We have Paul sitting in for Judas.
It was actually Matthias.
Really? There was someone sitting in?
Yeah, you don't remember that? They cast lots. It was between Matthias and I can't remember the other name. But then they ended up having 12 back. They got 12 backhands. Okay. That's like Acts chapter 2, I think.
Yeah, see? There it goes. I said it's my favorite book. I didn't read that page.
He didn't read it?
Skipped over that part, yeah.
Oops. By the way, I want everybody who knows is listening to this. None of us are pastors.
Oh.
None of us have studied the word as a scholar.
Yep.
We're all seminary.
Yeah. You did.
No, I said none of us went to seminary.
None of us went to seminary.
Yeah.
We're just three guys trying to explain it, I think, in a casual way.
As simply as possible.
As simply as possible.
I see what you did there.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, I would really want to do the sound effect right now. That one.
Yeah, we have like a little board. We give you a visual, then you can push different buttons, and you can make all different noises.
And that sticky notes.
Yeah, sticky notes. But, I wanted to reiterate that none of us are trained at this. I think we all love the Lord, and I think we're all frustrated in the sense of how complicated it has gotten in my mind, from the thief on the cross to now.
Yeah,
in 2000-ish years. Mm-hmm. That's that Jewish in me, that 1% to ish. Ish. You know what I mean?
I know. Yes.
And before that, leading up to what was heaven in the Old Testament, how did they? And how Hollywood skews it and everything. And I just want to get it back to the basics.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that came up in the sermon this past Sunday was, doesn't matter how much of the Bible you know, but what do you do with what you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? Because
that's my Achilles heel. That's my Achilles heel. When I was saved, right after, I'm the type of person, I need the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I need to understand I need to understand the whys. I need to understand the hows, the whats. So when I was getting into my faith journey, part of me and my personal inner struggle was, okay, what is the proof of Jesus? Right. And I needed that, right?
Right.
So then I ended up filling up my mind with so much knowledge that I can quote you scripture. I can quote you
that's why you're here.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, right. So I have that knowledge, but then what beat me up for so long is I focused so much on the know,
right,
and didn't focus on the relationship.
You focus on to get to know.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah. You just focused on, I got all this, I know all this.
Yeah.
But that's not what religion. That's not what Jesus is about.
Right. And that's where I started too. I mean, if you look at my bookshelf, like I said, when I started my walk, I got.
Yeah, that's right. You said this.
I got all.
Bio number one, by the way.
Episode 1. That's right. Bio episode 1. But yeah, I got all the books. I didn't read a lot of them. I read enough to know, I'm good.
There's a lot of books.
That's a lot of books. So I read enough to know that, but it was a lot of head knowledge. But when I finally bent the knee to the Lord, it was all heart.
Right.
And
it's that one-on-one.
Then I wanted to learn more. You know what I mean? And now I'm learning with the right heart-mind alignment.
Yes.
Because Jesus didn't come just to teach. He came
to save.
So, yeah.
Came to save.
Through your heart, and I love that saying, out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. Well, that's what you hear all these three of us gabbing on about.
So again, I want to reiterate, how do we, if somebody's going to walk in the door today.
This door?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Pick a door. What do we say to them if they say, what church should I go to? To me, it's all about, it's about which church is going to preach salvation. It doesn't mean you have to preach always on salvation, but I think it should always be ended on that note. Because if you don't get saved, it's kind of like going out to eat. Yeah, we'll go out to eat eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, eventually might not ever happen.
Well, yeah, I think.
And we're not endorsing
I would just
any
say,
church.
No, but I would just say, come with me. Come with me. And like, that's one of the mottos of our church is make the introduction to Jesus, get out of the way, because it's not for me to save you. It's not for me or necessarily any particular church. When you get there,
I wouldn't say a church,
but
it's part of it.
Well, it is, but he does the work. The conversation is going to be between you and him.
And to go on that point, I think if somebody was like, what church should I go to? I wouldn't even start talking. Like, listen, my first thing to them would be like, listen, church is not a building. The church is is the followers. Like, we are the church. Amen. So if you're looking for a building to go to, like, that's a different conversation. Like, if you want a church, like, you need to just surround yourself with people that follow the Lord in the way that you want, like, that you aspire to. And if all of them go to a specific location, that's great. Mm-hmm. If they don't, that's also okay. Because I think the biggest thing is when it comes down to, because I think like what you're getting at is the focal point should be, well, number one, you ain't going to get into heaven unless you have the salvation.
Correct.
Right. And you're not going to get salvation unless you realize that you need saving.
Correct.
Yes, Lord.
That's the point.
Yep.
The point is there is no perfect church.
No.
Because it's full of broken people. Mm-hmm. Even the person's preaching.
That's right.
He's just as broken as us.
And a good preacher will tell you that.
Yeah, and should tell you that.
That's right.
But these are the things that heal my brokenness, and that is Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, knowing you need saving. And you know, as you've heard from all of us, it took a minute.
But we all need saving.
Or 36.
We all needed Jesus, that's for sure. We all needed Jesus.
Yeah. So, but I hear that, and I love what you said there, David, that we are the church. What church should I go to? And that's what I mean. Well, then come with me. I don't say follow me because I'm not the one to follow, but I can show you who you can follow.
Right.
And you might have a conversation with him here. It might be when we go out to eat.
Sure.
Don't know where the conversation is going to happen because the conversation is going to happen in your own heart. Mm. And so, but if someone's asking, okay, I just got into town, which church should I go to? I was like, you can come check out my church because I go there because I believe I am hearing the real word of God and how to live it out.
Right.
Because I need both.
You do.
I need to know what to do. Like,
and they need to push. Well, I think that's a good thing for a church is to push you and say, this is your action item. You now know this because of my preaching this week. Mm-hmm. Now you got to put it into action because I think that's the one thing a lot of Christians do is they go, well, I'm going to pray about it.
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
We're gonna pray right now.
It's just going to be bestowed upon me.
Yeah.
Dear Jesus, please bless me with $1 million. And then they just sit there and wait, and it never happens.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
Yeah. There's two.
And not to knock prayer. Not knocking prayer.
No, not knocking prayer at all.
No, yes. But
pray with then action.
Yes. And don't say you're going to pray. You're not going to pray. It has to be for real because it can be a very churchy thing to say. Is I'll pray for you.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
But I will say two gentle but significant pushes that I have seen in church. One, it's a church we used to go to, before we moved here, and pastor would end it with, "All right, everybody, I love you. Go be the church."
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and then, so when you said that we are the church, that popped in my mind, and I was like, yeah, I like that.
I like that too.
And another one we were in Florida on a vacation, and I just happened to turn around in this church's parking lot, and when I turned around and come back out, on the exit, as you're leaving the church, it says, "You are now entering the mission field." That's
what my church has.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they have that there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We'll go there.
Yes, we've been talking about
donuts.
Can't do donuts. I got all-wheel drive. I got to bring the Chevelle.
Does the Chevelle run?
Come on.
All right.
What kind of question is that?
You can't do donuts in a little blue car?
All-wheel drive. It doesn't really want you to do that.
Very disappointed in that.
Well, that's not what it's for. I have one to do donuts.
All right.
I have one to tow things, and one God has blessed me very much. I am blessed.
You are blessed. That's true.
Yes,
that's true. So I think some of the checkpoints we can look at is, in my mind, is again, if you're new to Christ and you're looking for the perfect church, you're not going to find it.
Yes, agreed.
But here's some of the key things you should look for. One, are they preaching, I think, the love of Jesus? Mm-hmm. The word of Jesus is
I don't know how they would. That's the thing. You may not know.
Well, to me, and I'm turned off by the fire and brimstone.
Yes,
agreed. Maybe that's for you. But to me, it's not. I am not here like, oh my God, we're going to go to hell.
Exactly. That's what I ran away from in my early life.
And that might be for you, but I'm just saying, that's not what Jesus was. He wasn't a fire and brimstone person. He was he loved people. He loved so much that he died for all of us.
All of us. There wasn't a single person who that he turned away. In fact, when the disciples tried to pull him away from people, he was like, leave me alone.
Yeah,
I got this.
Exactly. And I think David said it best, in your bio, he would have died just for me.
Oh, I love that.
And that's true.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who you are. If you're alive today with air in your lungs, he would have died for you. He would have went through all that just for you, which is crazy.
Yep.
To think about. Because there's dads out there that won't do that for their own kids.
Oh, yeah. There's, no, exactly. And he's even died for that dude.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And, so that would be something that I would look for. Is the preacher preaching Jesus' testimony, or is he preaching out of content? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His own agenda. And it's not.
Right. And I think that's one of the things that I love about, Jesus, when you say, what do they teach, is one of the...
And you could church hop. I mean, I do it. You bounce back and forth from a couple churches, and I know you've done.
But the one thing that obstacle that gets put up in front of people, the church building and the whole idea of church is sometimes daunting, but also the fact that you got to clean yourself up before you come to Christ. That you gotta be a good person. It's like, oh no, not me. I don't want to step into church. I don't want to do that.
Well, I'm gonna quote Jesus on there, because even Jesus, when he was going to get crucified, his own mother said, "Well, I'm good," and Jesus looked at her and said, "What is good? Like, what is good? You know what I mean? Where's your line in the sand that says, oh, I'm a good person? Really?
Right.
You are."
And
you don't have terrible thoughts? You haven't done and said bad things?
And go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say, there was only ever in the history of existence one good person. One fully good person.
Right.
Everyone else falls short of the glory of God. Every single one of us. And that is why his love and his grace is what saves us.
Yeah.
And so you can come as you are.
Yeah.
And sit down with him. I will come and have a meal with you. He actually said that in Revelation. It's like, y'all don't have me in this church, but I'm here at the door.
Yeah, that's true. Because I've been to churches and it's just, feels empty, but yet it's full of people.
So, I mean, he calls it out. And again, I mean, we could say 2,000 years ago when Revelation was written, it probably was 1,600 years or what have you. But, but there were.
How old do you think John was? 100 years ago? You think John was 400?
It was 400 years after the Genesis. The New Testament was something like that. Look, I didn't go to seminary, and if I did, I missed that. I slept in a lot in college.
Oh man.
So let's get the timeline.
Yeah. All right, so from Adam.
Oh my gosh. All right, so
from Adam to Jesus was 4,000 years. Yeah, that's 4,000 years from Adam to Jesus.
That's not what I said?
I think you said 400.
I was using the metric system.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're doomed. We're doomed. Oh man. So let's
you better
stir the shit back. All right. So
get comfy.
Yeah, we're gonna get real here for a minute. So
Genesis was negative 4,000.
0.6.
Yeah, we're not talking dog years, Steve.
Not laughing with you. We're laughing at you.
100% laughing at
you. And this is the love.
I think if Jesus was sitting in that open chair right now, he'd be laughing at you too. Lovingly. But I'm sure he appreciates this humor. So, I think we should get into the. Let's circle back to what, in your own words, what does heaven look like? Because we did now talk about like what, like it is simple, right?
It is
to get into heaven. It's simple, not easy. But what, in your own words, what is heaven?
I think yes,
and I'm leaving that open ended. Take it and run with what part of that question you feel like God is speaking to you right now, and in your own personal belief.
We're saying it, or are we leaving that up for anyone else to put it in the comments?
Yeah, I mean, drop it in the comments for you guys what it means to you. But I think it'd be cool for us to explain it in our own words. Like, what is heaven?
Yeah,
I think it's first of all, I think it's going to be peaceful, joyous. There's going to be worship. Just
24/7.
Yeah, I think that I'm trying to also take what I know biblically. But I think it's going to be friendship. Because it's all built upon friendship and relationship. Everything about Jesus is about relationship. So there's going to be people, I think, that are going to be in heaven that you're going to build a relationship with. Not physically, but just that spiritual one-on-one. Like, just think about everybody that's ever been here. We can now go back and, and you might have that opportunity, and I hope you do, to sit down man to man with your dad.
Praise God.
You know what I mean? And have him at his fullest moment. You know what I mean? And I went the same for myself and for you.
When you say everyone that's ever been here, I'm like, well,
yeah,
not everyone has chosen him as their Lord and believe that. So yes,
visual,
yes.
Like I would love to sit down and just go through the mind of certain people. You know what I mean? What were you? What was it that you were thinking in that moment, or what turned you to this? So I think it's going to be a lot of relationship, but just that environment that we're all one.
I am a person who really likes surprises.
Oh,
so
no Bruno Mars. He won't be there.
Throwback to E1.
So what I know, or what I believe, is that I will be in the presence of God and His love and agree. Again, that's where I go back to.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
And
I would say the same thing.
Fill me more than it can here, because right now I got a little piece of God living inside of me in the spirit, filling me here, but that's here.
Right
there, it's gonna be all of it, and I really don't know what that's going to look like, other than being with him. And who wrote Revelation? Paul or Peter? Who wrote Revelation?
John.
Was it Joe?
No, it was Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
With the way this podcast is going, people are going to start thinking that I was a Bible scholar or something like that. Like, you guys need to step it up a little bit here. Come on now.
Just put Joe.
This is. I'm sorry if that's what you thought.
There's a Tony.
There's a Malachi, but
Malachi.
It's Malachi. Oh my!
Not when he makes that threat. Test me and bring it into my house. That's Malachi.
Malachi.
Anyway,
I didn't know what book you were talking about. I was like, I didn't know there's an Italian guy. Malachi. Didn't
Look
you
it
marry
up.
Trump.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, he tried to describe it, and it's kind of like, when I read that parts of it, I feel like it's like someone trying to explain to you their dream. Like, so I was in my house, but it really wasn't my house. It was my car, and it didn't have tires, but it kind of looked like my shed. And like, okay, wait, what? So I listen to that, I read that, and I'm like, all right. So, but God is right there, right?
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, when I grew up, it was like heaven was like you're in the clouds, like angels playing harps, and
we got wings.
Yeah, we got wings, like everything like that.
And I'm making that request as soon as I get in.
But here's the thing, though.
And shoes.
You gotta be glittery.
I can't.
I'll do it for you. I want this degree to Mike. Listen, when I get there, I want wings. and glittery shoes. Glittery. I don't care what color. I don't care what color.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Need some chains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. The chains, wings, glitter shoes.
I think we cut David off. But
I'm giving it back.
But if you thought,
is this going on? Is this still going on? I can't.
Yeah.
Did it go off?
It's off. You're fine.
Okay, I'm not good with hitting the buttons.
Oh my goodness, that was great. Oh my! You know how to hit buttons. It's just that.
Wait. Before you dive in, you're in heaven and God says to you, "Boom, you made it. Wings or no wings?"
I mean, like,
you get wings.
What kind of sauce?
What?
I mean, is it ranch? Is it buffalo? Like, what kind of sauce?
No, wings. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Type of wings.
I'm hungry. I'm just saying, if you thought this was going to be a biblical scholarly discussion,
no, not at all.
Yeah, that's this. Well,
are you okay?
Now you know.
So wait, wings or no wings? And if you're going to get the wings that you get at Buffalo Wild Wings, are you a dry rub or a wet rub guy? I like a dry rub.
Yes, I do too. I just learned that. I didn't know.
No.
But
you want that crunch.
That's the whole thing. I just don't.
I'd rather dunk.
I just don't think I'm going to have any wants at all.
Oh.
Just
you don't want chains?
I don't. That is my hope, is that right now we can look at anything and everything out here. This world, this earth is full of wants and things we don't have and want to grab and need.
He's making a point. It's very
there just won't be. They're just. I won't have any wants, and that's how I see it. Now I've seen a lot of cartoons.
If you see Steve in heaven, he's just going to be floating around naked because he wants no wants.
Just saying. It's
right,
heaven.
What are you wearing in heaven, and you can get on your actual point.
Oh man, there's so many ways places.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Yeah. So that was what's funny is when I thought of heaven in that context, though,
right?
Of like clouds, angels, harps, like wings. Yeah, that turned me off.
Really?
Okay.
I was like, why would I want to spend eternity like that? Because that just turned me off. Yeah. But that's not biblical.
It's not.
No.
It's Bugs Bunny.
Right. The Hollywood-esque version of...
Yeah. But then Hollywood also has hell as being this wonderful place, too.
Right. And if I was the devil, how would I want to make it look?
Inviting.
That's true.
Right? Right? True. So, where I stand on this, and I think this is like when you really start diving into the Bible and you understand it, like when God first created the world, it was heaven on earth. Mm-hmm. Earth and heaven were one.
Okay.
So when you look at the Bible before the fall, before Genesis 3, that was heaven on earth. That is God's ideal, the Garden of Eden.
Right. So it is to rebuild the new heaven and the new earth.
Right. And when Jesus came down, Jesus brought down and made and barred the gap between heaven and earth because there was a separation. Jesus comes and brings it together, and it's a slow burn process until it's full again, right? Until he comes back again, which we can get into that in another time because that's a good topic. But
yes, it is.
But when you think of it,
right?
Heaven, the things that we know, there's going to be 24/7 worship, right. And there's part of that in my head at points where I'm like, what does that mean? Like, are we all going to be in like a church service and just going to be constant singing and this? But it's not.
No.
Right now, the three of us are worshiping God.
Amen.
That's true. Yeah.
Right?
We're trying to glorify.
But this is the thing.
Way.
Right? Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do it for like you're working for the Lord. Mm-hmm. So that's worship. So when we're thinking about it, God wouldn't have human beings on this earth for as long as he's had, having all these progressions that we've made and, well, that he's inspired, and all of this technology and everything. That's all going to be there. Life is going to be very similar to what we have now, except instead of the small fraction of God that we get now, we get the full 100% fullness of God and his presence.
I think that's what you were saying too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too busy.
Yeah, you're too busy talking about your chains, wings, and gold rings. Chains, wings, and gold rings.
I want a grill. I think I want a grill. Yeah, I would like a grill.
But like what you were saying, and heaven on earth was before the fall, and they wanted for nothing. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until they messed up, then they realized, I should put something on. Yes. They were walking around naked.
Yes.
Little Alabama swang in there too. But I think and I think that's something that I don't know if anybody relates to what I felt with heaven before that, but I think that's something that I also want people to know. It's not living life the way that life has been, and the more that I understand the Bible and the more I understand Jesus and the relationships like you were talking about, Greg, and the presence and the fullness of God, like you were mentioning, Steve, that excites me.
Right.
That fires me up because that is...
Yeah, and you have to be, for me personally, I have to be in the Word every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have to, because I'm not one of those Christians that's going to look at life that's going to pretend to be a Christian. This is the Word. This is my armor that I'm going to put on every single day. And I have to be in the Word. I can't trust, not that I can't trust what other people are going to preach, but there's no better way of knowing God's Word than just reading God's Word. And you can audiobook it. I don't care.
God doesn't care either. Let's just clear that out. God doesn't care either.
And I hear this, and I'm not trying to knock an older generation, but the older generation, to me, is very big on I watch. Yeah, but when was the last time you actually picked up His Word and read it? Oh, I don't need to. I watch blah, 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 blah. But no, get in the Word. That would be my, you know what I mean? If you're going to take away anything from this, if you are a believer, get in the Word every day.
And I think if anything you hear
daily,
if anything you hear from us on this podcast is getting in the Word.
Yeah.
Is so that the Word gets into you.
Yes. Bingo.
And that is what you carry every day
and grow.
Yeah.
You'll grow.
Because he came here for your heart and mind. And that's how you get to know him.
Yeah.
You get to know him and you will fall in love.
Okay, so let's end on this note, and I'm going to kick it to you. We're going to let David, if you do not know the Lord as your personal Savior, do you want to tell him how?
I don't think we're doing that over.
Yeah, I think we are, but I think I think that it should be explained black and white how you get into heaven and how you get to build a relationship with Jesus, because it's important. That's truly why I think we're here. Not just the three of us, but once we leave here, if people were going to come up, because the question of the day was if you were a new believer or if you're new to this town and you wanted to go to church, and you nailed it, I think, perfect. But we are the church.
Yes,
so we have to preach and preach salvation.
I think we're getting close.
I hope so. I think I blew it with my wings and chains.
No, I blew it because not at all.
Put that in. God made you like this.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? There is that aspect of it. So there are other. You're not alone. That's the thing. True. You are not alone. Yeah. There are people that are going to have that same passion, that same desire that you have, and that's okay, because you're one thing that I really respect about you is you are extravagant. Have a personality, okay? But what I mean by that is
authentically so.
All right.
You own it.
Yeah,
but you are also extremely humble, and the stuff that you do behind the scenes that you give and you deliver to the Lord.
That's 100% true.
The thing is that you don't allow those desires to take precedent in your life. You like those things, and it's completely okay to like those things.
I do, yeah. I'm bougie. I'm not going to lie.
And that's okay.
With my Fiji water.
Yeah, with the Fiji water.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're going to have to cut that out. We don't have a sponsor yet.
No, listen, Fiji, I'm here for you. I've seen the pictures of Fiji. I feel like it comes down off a mountaintop and pours into my bottle.
I think it comes out of Connecticut.
Listen, don't listen to him. He's lying. The devil is now speaking through Steve.
Get behind the scene.
But we're looking for an endorsement from Fiji Water.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Listen,
sorry.
Go there.
Northern Connecticut.
We'll listen. we'll podcast live from Fiji. I want the little grass skirt thing around. I think they wear that.
Oh, my.
Okay, let's go with that.
I will bathe in the water.
Let's go with that.
All right.
I'm looking for that endorsement. I think that's how we're gonna
with the sparkly bikini trunks. There you go.
All right, we're all right.
Mankini. No, that's the glittery one. That's the button.
That's what the sparkly thong.
Oh yeah, sparkly thong. Turn it off. No, I think it fades.
It does. All right. So I think to what you were getting at to wrap it up would be, we're getting off of that topic really quick. What does salvation look like? Right?
Yeah.
So I think the easiest way that I can mention this, and this is also so if you're a Christian out there and you're like, I don't know how to evangelize, this is it for you too. It's this simple.
Right.
It's one of the pastors that I follow, he uses what's called the Kennedy questions. So instead of like me just explaining it, I want to do it with you guys right now. So
okay.
So it's as easy as this. Let's just say we're at a restaurant right now. Okay. All right. Steve's my waiter.
Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Really?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that.
Because I'm not waiting on you. I'm kicking it to Steve.
It's not a racial thing, Steve. Okay?
Listen, it's that hamburger again, kicking in.
That rural Pennsylvania's coming out of me again. It was only because Greg and I are sharing a mic, so I thought it'd be easier to do it with you because you have the mic in front of you. Wasn't my heart behind it, but you had to go to the race card there, Steve.
No, I thought it was just because I got big hands. But
yeah, okay.
You hold lots of plates.
Exactly.
You're saying I got small hands. I can't carry that many plates.
You see, my head goes to, you know what small hands means, right? Small gloves.
And here we go.
I don't know what button it is.
So, all right, to get back to that.
Steve's a waiter. That's all I know.
Yeah. Let's go.
I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Okay.
So, hey, Steve, do you have a faith?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you go to any churches around the area or anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. What church do you go to?
That one over there.
Okay. Wonderful. Hey, is it okay if I ask you 2 questions?
More? Yes.
2 more questions.
That would be...
Yeah, and then I'll give you your tip. No.
Depending on the answers.
So, Steve, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being uncertain, 10 being extremely certain, if you were to die today, what would you say your chances of getting to heaven are? 10.
Yeah, that's what I would say too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
What does that have to do with Kennedy? Or are we coming to it?
No, they're called the
shot. I think that's what has to do with it.
Not John F. Kennedy. No. These are called the Kennedy questions. A pastor named Kennedy.
Okay.
Kennedy.
I was like,
2 shooters, 1 shooter.
What?
No, not that Kennedy. Okay, so you said it a 10?
Yes.
Okay, great. And if you were to stand before the pearly gates and God asks you, why should I let you into my kingdom, what would you say?
I love you. Because I love you.
See, I would say something different.
What would you say?
I would say, because I gave it my best to serve you.
So, no, but hold on. No. So here's the thing. So, with what you both just said, you said, because of you should let me in. Mm-hmm. But what God said is, I gave you my son. So if you're going to stand at the gate, God gave you the ticket in. He gave you Jesus. So why
I thought I was talking to Jesus.
Yeah.
No, you're talking to God.
Oh.
That's
you're
different?
To God.
I'm messing with you. That's another
point. Why should I let you in?
Yeah.
It's because
of what I did or what I do, right?
Yeah, that's how I
it's God, because of I believe in Jesus. I believe that you forgave me for all of my sins. And that's why.
Right.
And that's it. That's as simple as it is.
Did we step on the point?
I guess, yeah. No, we didn't get in. We didn't get a tip either, Steve.
But you see, like those 2 questions are the easiest. They're the easiest evangelistic questions. And it's funny because there's so many people, and this is like getting a little off topic, but people try to overcomplicate sharing the gospel.
It started this whole conversation on.
Yeah.
It came full circle.
It's
overcomplicated.
a good place
overcomplicate it.
to be.
And it's as simple as do you have a faith? And what's so funny, you can ask that. I challenge anybody listening right now. Literally go out right now. Find somebody random and just ask them if they have a faith. And whatever you're thinking their response is going to be in your head and whatever the enemy's trying to tell you and how they're going to respond is a lot worse than what's going to actually happen. Because they will answer that question. That's such a natural question. And if they get weird, be like, oh, sorry, faith is like something that's really important to me. I just wanted to, I'm just curious.
I just want to know, it's going to be random. I'm welcome some random person.
Yeah, I would like that. I think we should pick up on that. Yeah, because as believers, we know what we have been, you could say, asked to do, but told to do. Go and tell the world about me.
Matthew 28.
Yeah. What stops you? So I think that's a good pickup.
Yeah, I think that's a good pause.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for next week.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Any final thoughts?
No? I think good. That was good. Yeah. We'll pick up where we left off next week.
All right. See you guys next week.
Next week.